Hello, 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 and welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Houston Foodie 713, and I'm back to talk about Dawn from Danity Kane, Dawn Richard, and her lawsuit against Sean Combs. She's suing Sean Combs for sexual abuse. We know the suits are piling up, and P. Diddy just lost a case against a male inmate for something similar. I think he was assaulted or raped, if you know what I mean. Can't say the R word on YouTube. But anyway, I've covered a little bit of P. Diddy over the last year, so I'm just going to continue reporting when I see things, when I have an opportunity to. I am a hot topic and true crime channel. So hopefully you have subscribed. If you haven't subscribed, please make sure you do so you don't miss any of my videos, and hit the notification button. So it's unfortunate, it's sad. The crimes, the cruelty, the violence of P. Diddy just keeps coming out more and more, and it's disappointing. And when I got in my car, I don't know what playlist it was and where it even came from, but I Need a Girl by Usher, Loon, and P. Diddy came on. I was like, wow. And that was the song where P. Diddy was rapping to a girl about how they were together. They aren't together anymore. He misses her. They used to tussle in the bed all night. They were like brothers. It just sounds real creepy and weird. First of all, it sounds weird because he can't rap. And secondly, the lyrics are just like, you were with this woman and you probably were abusive. You probably raped her. You probably assaulted her. And she was able to move on with her life. And you're putting y'all's business in a song. You're a terrorist. All right. So this is in People magazine. So I'm going to read the article for you guys so you don't have to. Danity Kane's Dawn Richard sues Sean Diddy Combs for sexual abuse. Claims she witnessed violence against Cassie Ventura. Richard is the 8th person to accuse Combs of sexual abuse. Don't you do it, ads. Better let me read this article. Dawn Richard is suing Sean Diddy Combs for sexual abuse. The 41-year-old musician, who rose to fame as a member of the Combs-formed girl group Danity Kane, filed a complaint in New York federal court on September 10th, alleging that the 54-year-old music mogul sexually and verbally abused her for nearly 10 years, according to court documents obtained by People. She is the 8th person to accuse Combs of sexual abuse. In the complaint, Richard claims Combs owes her an estimated $3.5 million in unpaid salaries and royalties for the first 2 albums released by the Damaged Group, which also featured Aubrey O'Day, Shannon Bex, Juanita D. Woods, Wigette, and Andrea Fimbres at the time, as well as unpaid wages for touring on over 100 dates. She also allegedly witnessed Combs physically assaulting multiple women, including his ex-girlfriend, Cassandra Cassie Ventura, who previously sued the Bad Boy Records founder for abuse and later settled on numerous occasions, per the document. Combs' attorney, Erica Wolf, told People in a statement, Mr. Combs is shocked and disappointed by this lawsuit. In an attempt to rewrite history, Dawn Richard has now manufactured a series of false claims, all in the hopes of trying to get a payday, conveniently timed to coincide with her album release and press tour. Let me stop right there. I mean, I'm pretty sure she's been isolated or, shunned from the music industry because she won't do what he, or didn't want to do what he wanted her to do. So yeah, if she can promote her album and make some money in case she doesn't get what you owe her, P. Diddy, then rightfully so. But he has the right to rebut. If Miss Richard had such a negative experience with making the band and Danity Kane, she would not have chosen to continue working directly with Mr. Combs for dirty money, nor would she have returned for the Making the Band reboot in 2020 or agreed to be featured on the Love album last year. It's unfortunate that Miss Richard has cast their 20-year friendship aside to try and get money from him, but Mr. Combs is confidently standing on truth and looks forward to proving that in court. His lawyers should be tired, y'all. Rashard and Combs began a working relationship when she was selected to join Danity Kane during season 3 of MTV's Making the Band. Throughout the filming for the show, according to the complaint, she experienced aggressive and hostile behavior from Combs, including disparaging gender-based remarks towards the members and comments about Rashard's physical appearance. That sounds familiar. Aubrey O'Day. The complaint alleges Combs deprived the Danity Kane woman of basic needs such as adequate food and sleep during seasons 3 and 4 of Making the Band and displayed demeaning behavior, which led Rashard to experience growing feelings of insecurity and fear of reprisal. Rashard's complaint alleges Combs used drugs on a regular basis and forced Danity Kane to record and rehearse for stretches of 36 to 48 hours without breaks. Forced to choose between eating and sleeping, Miss Rashard lost a significant amount of weight, weighing approximately 100 pounds at a height of 5'4", the documents claim. Now, I'm 5'1", and I've been as small as 138, and people thought I was on drugs. So can you imagine 5'4" at 100 pounds? She was a skeleton. Miss Rashard began to normalize these extreme conditions and perceived them as standard requirements of her participation in Danity Kane. So she was brainwashed, guys. Per the complaint, Miss Combs effectuated Danity Kane's early 2009 split, leaving Rashard to endure significant financial hardship as she became unemployed. They continued working together, and he allegedly promised payment that never came. How many of y'all would work for free? The same year, Combs formed the group Diddy, Dirty Money, with Rashard and Kalina Harper. During an early recording session for the trio's Last Train to Paris album, per the documents, Rashard witnessed Combs scream at Ventura while she was cooking and throw a scalding hot pan of eggs at the Me and You singer, causing her to fall to the ground in a fetal position. Combs allegedly later warned Rashard and Harper of consequences if they informed anyone of the violence toward Ventura and told them people end up missing for sharing such information. How many people has this man had killed? Oops, I said the K word. Rashard's complaint alleges she attended a party thrown by Combs after the 2009 Soul Train Awards where dozens of young women and girls, some of whom appeared to be underage, were in attendance while illegal drugs were consumed. Combs then engaged in sex acts with some of the women and girls, according to the documents, many of whom appeared lethargic or passed out. That has to be one scary scene. The complaint alleges that Rashard attempted to leave the party and was asked to wait by another Combs employee in order to remain inconspicuous. Knowing that she was not free to leave and had to wait, Miss Rashard experienced feelings of pain and being trapped against her will, the documents read. Rashard was regularly placed in similar situations at Combs' parties, per the complaint, some of which she saw police officers attend, leading guests to feel as though law enforcement would not help them. The documents claim Rashard witnessed Combs abusing Ventura on numerous occasions, leading her and Harper to try and help her out of the abusive situation. Now, from what I heard from the documents, Harper, who was the other member of Dirty Diddy Money, had an abusive husband. So she's trying to help Cassie, and she's being abused herself. Please make sure you check out the link in the description box for my first published ebook, 20 Red Flags You Shouldn't Ignore in Dating and Relationships. Only $3.99. And Dawn tried to help Harper, Kalina Harper, out of her situation, and she ended up back with the man. And Harper and her husband were on Love and Hip Hop, in case y'all didn't know. All right, back to the story. After learning of their attempted interference per the complaint, Mr. Combs screamed at the women, "Y'all bees don't get in my relationship. Don't tell my bee, Miss Ventura, what she need to be doing. Just make money and shut the F up. I end artists. I shelve careers. You could be missing. And you bees want to DIE today," among other threats. Rashard also claims Interscope Records executives witnessed Combs assault Ventura during a dinner sometime around 2009 or 2010 before the recording company entered a deal with Combs' Bad Boy Records. During her time with Diddy, Dirty Money, Richard alleges she experienced similar grueling working conditions as when she was in Danity Kane, including food and sleep deprivation. In 2010, per the complaint, Richard was hospitalized and diagnosed with arthralgia, joint pain due to overuse, sprains, tendonitis, and infection, anemia, and a low white blood cell count. She allegedly informed Combs of the issues and emphasized the importance of a healthier lifestyle, but was still expected to work at the same pace. According to the documents, Richard faced I can't say that word, guys, on YouTube, faced sex harassment and assault from Combs on numerous occasions. He allegedly ordered her to strip down to her underwear, made sex charged comments, and groped her butt and breasts in professional settings. When Diddy Dirty Money performed on Saturday Night Live in December 2010, Combs allegedly refused to transport Richard and Harper to a rehearsal space in New York City before verbally berating them in the lobby upon arrival. Richard asked him to stop, per the documents, after which Combs nearly punched her, but security whisked her and Harper to a car and locked them inside with no way to escape. Harper was soon removed from the vehicle, but Richard was left inside the unheated car without her belongings. She began to feel cold and fear for her life, not knowing when or if she would be released, reads the documents. Her father allegedly then drove to the location from Baltimore, ordered for her release, and threatened to call police, leading to warnings from Combs, who later told Richard following SNL, "You don't call your dad unless you're in the hospital." Look at him. Just look at him. Oh, he always looked terrible to me, but he just looks terrible. The complaint alleges Richard never received compensation for her credits on songs she contributed to Danity Kane and Diddy Dirty Money. She was also allegedly never paid for a scrapped reboot of Making the Band or a collaboration for Combs' The Love album in 2023. Richard is seeking compensatory and punitive damages, injunctive and declarative relief, attorney's fees and costs, and other remedies as this court may deem appropriate. Per the documents, she demands a trial by jury. Lisa Bloom, good old Lisa Bloom, an attorney for Richard, tells People in a statement, "It is my honor to represent the talented and beloved artist Don Richard as she seeks justice against Sean Combs and other individuals and entities associated with Combs over the years she knew him. Don had the option of filing as a Jane Doe, but bravely chose to file in her true name," continued Bloom's statement. "We will not rest until we achieve full and complete justice for Don in this case." I wonder who that Jane Doe is. They haven't talked about it much lately, who the Jane Doe is that did file against him, that they rumored was Tierra Marie. I'm wondering if we'll ever know. All right, if you're experiencing domestic violence, call the National Domestic Violence Hotline at 1-800-799-7233 or go to thehotline.org. All calls are toll free and confidential. The hotline is available 24/7 in more than 170 languages. If you or someone you know has been a victim of sex abuse, text STRENGTH to the crisis text line at 741-741 to be connected to a certified crisis counselor. If you or someone you know has been sex assaulted, please contact the National sex Assault Hotline at 1-800-656-HOPE or go to RAINN.org. All right, so that is the People article. I'll provide a link in the description box. Again, this is the 8th person to accuse Combs of sex abuse. We all know that he's done financially, professionally, might as well be personally. I would hope and pray that his family has distanced themselves, and pretty much most people that knew or know him, aside from Stevie J, and from what I have distanced themselves, and from what I have heard, Kalina Harper, who was also a member of Diddy Dirty Money, she took up for him. She stood up for Diddy when these allegations started coming out about him. But again, like I said, her husband is rumored to be or known to be abusive to her. So she's just, her mind is not there, allegedly. So anyway, this article is by Jack Irvin and Danielle Bacher. I was going to read the Rolling Stone article, but I had to log in or subscribe, and I'm not doing that mess because you'll do all that and then you still won't get to read the article unless, you pay some money or something like that. So again, I'm Houston Foodie 713. I am a hot topics and true crime channel. Please support my channel in any way that you can. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification button so you don't miss any of my videos. I am praying for Diddy's downfall, and it sounded like he's even worse off than R. Kelly. I have a hate for R. Kelly, and his music is not going to sway me any other way. But Diddy seems like he's worse than R. Kelly. Even though there have been some things that came out about R. Kelly being violent, Diddy is on a whole nother level of violence. And I don't think R. Kelly was smart enough to manipulate women or powerful enough to manipulate women the way that Diddy had or has. Thanks for watching. Until next time, bye.